You see, Laodicea trusted in their wealth. And I learned a couple of things as I was reading this last week. I told you that they sold textiles and clothing and something for the eyes. Well, I got a little deeper in that. Check this out. This is powerful, right? The Laodiceans had gotten so wealthy, they created a banking system. The Laodiceans had banks, and those banks funded and assisted cities all around them. They were making their wealth off of a banking system. And the other thing that they did that was powerful is they didn't just make clothes. They had these sheep that had a darker wool, a black wool, and they made some of the finest black wool carpet and clothing that the world around them had seen. And in fact, they said that was a Laodicean rug. That was a Laodicean outfit. That's how it was called, right? These black clothing, this wool was beautiful, they said. And on top of that, they had a medical facility there. They had doctors that were mixing medicines and figuring out how to bring health to people. And they had made this powder that they baked into bread, and they would take that bread and they'd put it over the eyes and tape it to a person's face who had eye problems, and that would restore their sight. It would help them. And so I think it's so powerful when you move down here to Revelation 3:18. He says, I counsel you. Listen to what he says. I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in fire. Not the gold we find in treasure chests. Not the gold we find when we go to work. But the word of God. Listen, the word of God has been tested in fire. It has been tested for years and decades, and every time people try to come up against it, it's the one book that never changes, never adjusts. It's always the same word. Why? Because it's gold refined in fire. He says, I counsel you, buy gold refined in fire so you can become rich. They had a banking system. They were rich, but they were spiritually broke. He says, I want you to take this word and become rich in your spirit.